Don't call it a comeback. I never went away. Apart from the last week when I did. But we're back. Hello, good to see you. Hello then, folks, and welcome back then to the Manchester United save. Oh my God, even that's good. We must be back. Come on then. Right, since we last met, leave me the update because you probably forgot because it was a while ago now. This is the way things have been going. A 4-1 defeat to Arsenal in there and a 7-1 win against Huddersfield. Yes. And last time we met, of course, was the 2-0 victory over Liverpool where Konate scored 2 own goals. Today then, we're going to play Brentford and PSG in the Champions League because our Champions League progress is not great as it happens, and PSG are up there in 7th, but we need a win. You can see some of the big boys at the top there. We are in sort of the middle, but between Dortmund and Rangers. That's the best way to sum up what's happened, though Arsenal and Inter are struggling just as much as we are, really. But the big news, and it has continued from last episode, is that Rodrigo, he still hasn't scored. He's cost me all the money in the world, and he's got 3 assists and no goals, and I'm now disappointed. Team wise there before we play Brentford, Onana in goal, Wan-Bissaka and Shaw either side of Inacio and Skriniar, Schlager in the middle with Mount and Fernandes, who's struggling a little bit for fitness, but he's just won best player in the world, so stay there. Rodrigo one side, Sancho the other, Wilson up top. No. Oh, actually, no, yes. I forgot Højlund was injured, so yes. Actually, no. Rashford up top through the middle. Yeah, actually, no. Rodrigo up top through the middle. Here, this is the game. I know it's weird when I take these breaks and you get nervous and you think, oh God, it's happened again. DoctorBenjy, it's happened again. I'll just put McTominay in because he's a bit fitter. I don't mean in looks. Although I actually don't know what Schlager looks like. I don't want to slag it up. McTominay takes it. So, there you go. I'll let you Google that yourselves and so you can decide if I'm right or not. All right then, Premier League game. We are, as you'll see in just a moment, I thought I'd wait for this screen to reveal itself. We are top of the league. This is the Brentford team. Okay, let's do this first. Get this out of the way. Come on. We are top of the league table. We're actually not anymore. Brilliant. Chelsea have won. They've played a game more than us. Okay, that's embarrassing. That's really embarrassing. We obviously play on a Sunday, so it's fine. We obviously play on a Sunday. Oh, not embarrassing at all. I'm totally relaxed about it. Bruno Fernandes into Marcus Rashford. Plays in Rodrigo. Big chance. Oh, it's the new era. This is it now. This is what we really are. It's his first goal of the season. 3 minutes in. And it's what we've wanted. I'm glad I pointed it out now because now he scored. I mean, it's not great, if we're honest. Not brilliant from Brentford, is it? As Fernandes nabs in there on Jensen. Rashford, it's a really good through ball. Really good run from Rodrigo. And he applies the finish just right there. Well, it wasn't good. It's going to surprise you. Viewers haven't actually played FM for about a week. There has been updates, so I'm quite excited. Now, admittedly, right, Brentford not having the best season, and whereas we having a tremendous season. This is the year that, of course, I want to win the league title. It's this year or bust, viewers. This will be, I'll tell it now so you can buy in briefly. As Rashford's in, they've cocked it up again. Oh my God, Rashford missed that. How has he missed that? This will be our final season, so I can start something new that I've been working on a little bit, so I'm quite excited for that. But this then is the final season. This is the year we've got to do it. And with the amount of money that we've spent, it kind of has to be now, doesn't it? Mason Mount, and at the start we've had to the season as well, it just makes sense. Sancho, off to McTominay. He's a gorgeous boy, but he can't finish. Sorry, gorgeous. I've taken what I said earlier and gone even further with it. I don't want to say comparatively to someone else, because that's horrible on 2 levels, really, isn't it? Bruno plays the ball in, and it's headed away. Skriniar keeps it alive. Back to Bruno Fernandes, back to Skriniar. He's not going to shoot from there, is he? Lays it off to Luke Shaw, and Brentford deal with it just about. I realise I've just talked up winning the league, and I've done that a lot in the past, and I generally know what happens next, but if we score from here, that really will mean things are different. As Sancho lays it into Wan-Bissaka, Rodrigo, he looked a little bit offside, and yeah, it was offside. Balogun racing forward on this right side for Brentford, lays it off. Jensen's there carrying an injury, which is, that probably explains that, I guess, as somebody drives forward. Actually, a pretty good tackle, but Luke Shaw is there in support. And now we're racing forward. The counter-attack here was rapidly quick. Lovely ball to Rodrigo, who's also got a knock, by the way. And yeah, I probably should have scored, actually. Is that a bad injury? Is that hampering his performance? I need to know, as Luke Shaw's going to play this corner on that left foot towards the front post, headed away again. I'll tell you what, I've bought 2 new centre-backs that, I'll be honest, are very good at defending. Not nearly as good at near-post headers as Harry Maguire. As Rashford, if you can keep the ball under control, just about another goal before half-time would be really, really good. As Sancho there, he's probably fouled, actually. Wants to stay on, but the injury's affecting him. Oh no, Rodrigo. Oh, this was your moment, mate. You've scored a goal, for heaven's sake. Bruno lays it into the middle then. We're at the back post, cleared as far as Sancho, who's got a little bit of time, a little bit of space. Wastes it all, frankly. Lays it off to Wan-Bissaka. Anybody? He's going the wrong way. Brilliant. All right, 1-0. So far, so good. The media have given you a lot of credit lately. Go out and prove them right, as if that would ever be a team talk. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to do the Anthony on for Rodrigo, Rashford up top, swap him and Sancho around, and carry on as we were. But actually, change Anthony up to be an inside forward on attack. The Ramdeutering is over for the day. Wan-Bissaka breaking forward here. He's got the pace. He's got the ability. Actually, has he got the ability? Cross played in. Rashford cleared away as far as Luke Shaw. By the way, I don't know if you saw the Garnacho goal at the weekend as we make it 2-0. I don't want to say he's been inspired by Harry Maguire. If you're watching, Garnacho, forgot your first name because of A, doesn't it? It's quite long. Yeah, not a problem. Happy to inspire. Admittedly, Harry Maguire didn't score his overhead kick, but I think he put the idea in Garnacho's head, didn't he? I'm sure as that ball came over, he was thinking, what would DoctorBenjy FM's players do as he rifled it in? The real good news here is that the goal top 50 next gen, I might have described it as best player in the world earlier, whatever it's called. Yeah, Bruno Fernandes makes it 2-0. As Anthony, by the way, has come on and has immediately picked up an injury. Wants to stay on, but he's injured. Garnacho's coming on. I guess that's the obvious switch, isn't it? I'll tell you now, if he scores no head kick in the next 20 minutes, then I am going to tops off. I'm joking, I'm not. If overhead kick, this top will come off. Oh, there'll be at least 4 of you wondering where the old thing is. It's on the way, according to Amazon. Well, this second half has just sort of petered out a little bit. There's been very, very little going on. If we're about to seal it with overhead kick, I'll be a lot colder, Saturday. Luke Shaw driving on that left-hand side. He's got lots of options in the middle, if he can find them. Luke Shaw into Sancho, who's been blocked off. And Tony's not really had a... To be fair, I was going to say Tony's had a chance. Brentford haven't done anything in the whole game. Wan-Bissaka now racing forward on this right-hand side. Played in. Marcus Rashford. Mason Mount. McTominay. We do knock it round. Like, oh my God, if we'd have scored that, we'd have been... Not tops off viewers, but maybe I'd have taken a sock off. Sock off sounds like it sounds very much like the other thing, doesn't it? Yeah, fair enough. All right, there we go then. 2-0 and on to PSG, which should be a bit harder than that. Anthony's out for 6 to 10 days, so we'll miss the game. Rodrigo is out for a couple of days and we'll probably be all right. So that's good news. Hopefully Højlund will be back too. I'll see you then in a couple of days. Right, Højlund is very, very close to fitness and I'm going to risk him. So in he comes. Ravel Merson on the bench, Rodrigo on the bench. Danny Welbeck or Renato Sanchez, tough call. Actually, no, both of them can because we've got an injury. Come on, Falcao. That was a waste of £5,000 a week, wasn't it? You know already. Yeah, fair enough. All right, Shalaga's going to come in because look at the networking of friendship here. That's what we're going for. And that would have been a better... The Network of Friendshipping. That would have been a better title for the series. All right, then, here we go. The team, then, as you can see, remains pretty much what we've just played against Brentford, but with a couple of changes here and there. And hopefully, Højlund's injury that he's just come off the back of isn't going to hamper him in this game too much. You can see Mbappe, Dembele, Mawani in there as well, Kolo Mawani. So a very dangerous side, but a side I think we're pretty well matched against. Let's see. Champions! The champions! This has got to be disrespectful. It's got to be. Champions! Sorry. A bit under the weather, so I shouldn't be doing that. It's not my best performance, was it? I've got to be honest, that midfield 3 is not as good as my midfield 3. And the front 3, I'd say, again, are pretty well matched. Mbappe would obviously walk into the team, but the other 2, like, again, it's not that dissimilar, really. How good is Kolo Mawani? Yeah, exactly. He's not that good. Did you believe when I said that? Because I didn't mean it. Xavi Simons knocking it into the centre as he nearly made me look right Pratt, didn't he? All right, it's been a very dull, very mundane first half of football in a drizzly old football stadium. Very old football stadium. It's falling apart. So, not Old Trafford. All right, second half. We're going to go straight back out for it. We just need to see a little bit more. Sancho is the Ramdeuter. I'm starting to think the Ramdeuter role isn't it. So, what a conclusion we finally drawn. My defensive midfielder's on a booking. Tommy's coming on. I just trust him. And let's see then. Can the better-looking boy... I shouldn't have made this a battle between the two of them. Also, Real Madrid are playing Manchester City and Haaland has scored. So, well, do with whatever you want with that information. Bruno, though. Free kick, though. Quite a deep position. We've got quite a lot of options there if we want to try and do this. The counter for them is very much on as they flick it away. Sancho's got loads of time and room to... He's Rabona'd it. Oh, my God. And Rashford... I mean, needless Rabona, but Rashford's missed it. I might do something mad here. I think the way that this game is going, the fact that we've had a couple of corners already, I'm bringing him on. Harry Maguire enters the pitch because he will be at the front post now. I've just realised that they've got Mbappe and Kolo Mawani and Dembele, and I've brought in Harry Maguire. I've just asked to lose, haven't I? No, let's go positive. Let's get this. Otherwise, I've mentioned tuning to a 0-0 between United and PSG, which nobody's here for. Højlund's really struggling, so it's going to be Callum Wilson time in the Champions League against Paris Saint-Germain. I should have had a better transfer window. I'm also going to be on Garnacho because I am completely buying the hype of real-life performances that have no relation to this whatsoever. All right, Mason Mount into McTominay, out to Bruno Fernandes. And actually, the changes haven't yet happened. So it's Rashford on that far side. Hoyland's still in the centre as well if we can pick him out. Rashford with a lot to do. He goes all the way back to McTominay. He can't shoot from there, surely. Scott McTominay off to Mason Mount. Goes for it. Oh, Donnarumma's made of that look very awkward. Oh my God, we've got a corner. We've got a corner. And guess who's on? Guess who's at the front post? Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire, England's Rose versus England's Lion. Well, they're combining. Do you see how late he jumped there? What's he doing? It was like he made an effort, but he wasn't really making an effort. I'm going to demand more from the boys. Pointing against PSG, actually, considering how our Champions League run has gone, is pretty impressive. But from a video perspective, that was Dullish dishwater, as my mum would say. Deary me. That was disappointing, wasn't it? And it doesn't really help us in terms of the Champions League qualification. As much as the league is important, I would quite like to be up there. It feels like we're going to be here, doesn't it? Anyway, that concludes. If you enjoyed the video, of course, leave a like on it, and I'll see you tomorrow for more. Yes, really. And I'll see you again. Goodbye, everybody. Happy Monday.